All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
On the set. Right there in the middle, 55. 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, lock it. Showing it. Go.
Here's Jones on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Ready?
Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Set. 8, read. 80 weapons. Check. Crouch. Hey, wahoo. Hey, stand on.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to sling this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Jones on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
18, Gator.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Count 20.
Mike's 50.
Hurry! No.
On first down, Stafford here. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Cochran shrugs him off. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 44, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Easy alert! 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Flight.
He's coming. Double up.
59!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check 3.
2.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. That one is caught by Hunt. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Squeeze. Go.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They convert on 3rd. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Prater for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Hard. Go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The end result, 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
36.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 10 Lobo. Check. Greystone, travel. Hey. High 7. Gone. Yep.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. This one complete to Scott Miller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Evans. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jones throwing on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Watch the twins.
On second down, Smallwood. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now Jones going to throw on third and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Hey. Zebra.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing again. Stafford. Dancing to his left. This one caught by Ridley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Result of the play, first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You got nothing.
Hey, orbit.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Cut.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey. Buzz. Be ready.
Smooth.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford, he completes it to Julio Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Yeah.
54. Mike's 54. Let's go.
Deep grip.
stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They start the drive with Smallwood. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run, Smallwood. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's go. Check 50, check 50. Check 11. Check. Lucky.
Topper.
Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Easy.
Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is caught by Evans. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Take 3. 218, chop.
Check safety.
Let go.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The final shot before break. Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jones now. A final shot before break. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, baby.
A About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Contra. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
32.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And find Everett there, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
32.
Watch the safety creep.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Lady.
53, Mike.
You don't know no better. Hey.
Check.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
260.
Let's go.
53. Ready.
53, Mike, 53.
Hey, Foxtrot.
To the air again, Stafford. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
6-6. Pull it hard.
31, check 31.
21.
Twins.
Stay 50.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Contra, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Safety's creeping.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. Room here to run. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Jones now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. A run with Smallwood. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
55. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Go.
Going right back to Smallwood. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Hey, shoot.
55, come on.
Look at me. Go. Big grip.
Throwing Jones. He's got Evans. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Hey, Haywood. Rock it. You go for the two-jet bombers.
Switch.
On first down, Smallwood, and he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Go.
Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Ready.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's get off the field, D. Check it backer, check it backer.
Hey, 5-0.
Check 99. Hey, alert 3.
11.
Check.
Look at him.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Yellow 80.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hurry.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Throwing to Stafford. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Hey, high 7. 5.
Jones operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. This fielded at the 2. And spins away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, shoot. Big 20. Greystone travel.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Alert! Bang, 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 bang. Showing it, showing it. Monday.
They'll run on first down. Cochran gets by him at the 25 and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
I smell 10, 25.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
On 2nd down now. It's Cochran, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Set, blue 60. Check, 54, right 54. Alert. Big ass. Deuce. Hurry. Rush in. Slide him on the hard. Ready, move. Sit on. Fresno. No. Off. 32. Switch. Hey, watch it. 21. Under 10.
On 3rd down, Cochran. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.